Sam Bankman-Fried was born on March 6, 1992 in a hospital serving Stanford University where both of his parents worked as law professors. Who would believe that the brain behind the second largest crypto exchange wasn't always interested in math and science? In fact, since a very young age, Sam showed interest in fields of study that deal with human society. That is believed to be influenced by his two parents, Barbara Fried and Joseph Bankman, who were brilliant academics in their fields. When it was obvious that their child's performance in school was above average, they decided to send him to a school for talented students. This is when Sam traveled to attend the USA Math Camp in Canada. This is when he discovered his passion for math and logic. So it was only natural for him to pursue a degree in physics and mathematics once he graduated high school. After only 4 years, he graduated from a prominent institution in Massachusetts. Sam managed to pursue most of his passions in school, but he also kept a blog addressing his philosophical interests, especially his utilitarianism's ethical, current, and political perspective. In this blog, Sam shared his stands on many political issues. He also made a Twitter account under the same name, Measuring Shadows. Obviously, there's not much evidence that this is Sam's blog, but allegedly it was revealed in a screenshot of Bankman-Fried's Facebook page. After graduation, Sam decided to go back to the investment business Jane Street Capital, where he previously worked as an intern in his third year of college. This time, he landed a full-time position in the investment company and was responsible for brokering the acquisition and selling of exchange-traded funds and international shares. After working there for 3 years, Sam was finally ready to explore his own path and establish his own company in Berkeley under the name Dale. During that period, he also managed to establish Alameda Research as a successful financial service company with a primary emphasis on quantitative trading and a particular passion for cryptocurrencies. Alameda Research managed to establish itself as the most successful quantitative firm in the sector in less than a year. They handled assets worth more than $1 billion. During this time, the firm processed an average daily trading volume of between $5 and $10 billion. In April 2019, Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF as he was referred to online, managed to establish and operate a cryptocurrency exchange known as FTX. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Bankman-Fried and his company, which is domiciled in the Bahamas, did exceptionally well as the cryptocurrency world became popular. In 2020, FTX acquired the Blockfolio exchange in addition to the platform for a total price of $150 million. Bankman rose to popularity quickly in the cryptocurrency industry. He was actively participating in efforts such as Bitcoin Cash and international Bitcoin arbitrage. All of these efforts, along with the growth of his company, helped SBF to become an established name in the crypto space. The Bankman customer base continued to expand, giving the impression that the company was doing well despite the volatile nature of the cryptocurrency markets. A subsequent wave of failures in the cryptocurrency industry prompted SBF to extend a financial lifeline to the cryptocurrency exchange BlockFi, rescuing it from a significant liquidity crisis. At the time, all reports were proving that BlockFi was about to submit its Chapter 11 bankruptcy petition on November 15, 2022. This is when SBF came to the rescue and added BlockFi to the list of his growing projects. SBF bought the assets of the defunct cryptocurrency lending site, Voyager, and made an offer to buy the assets of Celsius, which also failed as a business at the same time as Voyager. In addition, he bought the derivatives trading platform LedgerX, which was only partially incorporated into FTX at the time of the purchase. April 27, 2022 marked the beginning of the office building of the FTX Bahamas headquarters. On June 2, 2022, SBF made a gift pledge on the donation platform provided by Giving Pledge, and the organization has committed to donating the majority of its property to charitable organizations. After this, Sam Bankman became one of the world's youngest billionaires with a fortune of over $22 billion when he was only at the age of 28. SBF was named to Time magazine's list of the top 100 influential people in the world on May 23, 2022. This marks SBF as the first person in the encryption industry to be named one of the top 100 most influential people in history. Sam Bankman is an extremely generous philanthropist who has contributed millions of dollars to various charitable organizations. Similarly, his company FTX has made it a policy to contribute 1% of its profits to charity initiatives that help people, the environment, and schools. In addition, he was a big contributor to the political campaign of Joe Biden, the current Vice President of the United States, who individually gave more than $5 million US. According to Forbes, the net worth of Bankman-Fried was about $26.5 billion. Nevertheless, a sizable percentage of the value depended on the value of the FTX cryptocurrency and the FTT token it issued. As a result of the subsequently extended bear market for cryptocurrencies, the value of Bankman-Fried has decreased to approximately $17 billion as of September 2022. But this wasn't the end of the downward spiral that Sam has been stuck in since the 2022 bear market. Before October 2022, Bankman-Fried never mentioned any financial troubles or significant risk of bankruptcy. However, a report published on November 2, 2022 disclosed that majority of FTX's cash reserves were held in the form of its tokens, FTT. This is when Binance, the biggest competitor to FTX, put the final nail in the coffin. Binance's CEO Changpeng CZ Zhao tweeted, "Due to recent revelations that have come to light, Binance would liquidate its holding of FTT tokens." This was the start of this series of tweets going back and forth between SBF and his competitor. However, SBF took it a little bit too far. But that wasn't it. On November 10th, SBF released another thread stating that he screwed up and updates on the FTX situation. And the thread goes on with more updates and info about both of his companies involved in the alleged accusations. SBF then followed his "I'm sorry" thread with another thread spelling the word "what happened" followed by these tweets. And in one of the tweets, he stated that his goal is to clean up and focus on transparency and make customers whole. At that point, the risk of FTX going bankrupt was elevated to a distinct likelihood. It is reported that Bankman-Fried attempted to save FTX by trying to save the company by raising billions of dollars in an overnight deal. On the other hand, because no potential buyers were willing to salvage the company by paying the rumored $9.5 billion, FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on November 11th, and Bankman-Fried resigned as CEO of the company. The following day, FTX announced that customers' cash totaling between $1 and $2 billion had been lost. In addition, blockchain monitors found that hundreds of millions of dollars were being transferred out of the FTX Bitcoin wallets, which prompted FTX to make the announcement that it would be examining transactions that violated company policy. It seems that the road ahead for Bankman-Fried is going to be challenging. It is anticipated that FTX and its founders will be the target of many pending litigation and bankruptcy proceedings in the future because of the ongoing losses sustained by investors and customers. Bankman-Fried may be subject to criminal prosecution and the repercussions of a conviction as a result of his significant financial losses, allegations of fraudulent activity, and cover-up of substantial financial difficulties.